Okay. Tadi kita dah belajar apa itu polisi, and then another video kita fokuskan kepada what is the food policy and nutrition policy. The third video kita fokus on what is a food security and insecurity. Now we try to combine policy and food security yang kita cakap as a framework. Okay. Actually, before seseorang policy maker, they want to develop policy, they always use what we call as the 5 W's of policy making. Okay. The 5 W's ni, they have what, who, where, when, why. Okay. And these 5 W's of policy making will define what are or what is the food nutrition problem that we want to tackle, and based on the problem, or what we call as a based on the food insecurity too, then they have to develop a policy. Okay, 5 W's tu start dengan satu what. Okay, what is the nutritional condition and how severe it is. Okay, tengok satu kelompok tu or one group of community. Okay, and they look at actually what is the problem of this community or what is the problem of this specific age group. So dia akan tengok lah. Okay. Number 2, after they know about nutrition conditions, kita ambil lah keadaan kita nampak because of undernutrition, they have a lack of protein. Okay, they have a lack of protein. They have a problem of internal protein, energy, malnutrition. Okay, that can cause they have a cell wasted and also stunted. And W's number 2 is who. Who has it? Who has that what we call the nutritional conditions just now? Is it the children under 5 years old, or is it because of school children, or there's among white collar workers, or it's about professional and etc. So normally for the policy maker to make a policy, they have to look at who actually the target group that has the problem. Number 3, after you have what, you have who, now where. Where is the problem of public health important? Okay. Dia akan tengok kat mana ya masalah kepada kepentingan of the public health. It's very important. Then next, what, who, where. Number 4 is when. When does it occur? What happened? Kalau saya cakap tadi, contohnya dekat Syria tadi. This all occur when there is a World War II, for example. Okay, when does it occur? Does it occur? Kita ambil what we call as Aceh dulu. They have a very huge of what we call tsunami, and that's give an impact to the students, to the community itself. Okay, and last but not least, the fifth W is why. Why does it occur? Yeah, does it occur because of that tsunami, or why does it occur? Because of a war, or somehow kita cakap why does it occur? Because contohlah masalah pada vitamin D lah, contoh vitamin D. So why does it occur? Because nowadays people are more prefer to be inside the building rather than expose themselves to the light. Okay, what the problem dia adalah, orang kata penyakit vitamin D, kita mencari deficiency of vitamin D. Siapa yang risk? Risk dia adalah bagi sebagai contoh pelajar-pelajar pekerja-pekerja yang white collar, where they have to stay in the office from morning till evening. And where is the problem of public health importance? They have to tackle that. When does it occur? Is it occur like 10 years ago, since 10 years ago, or etc. And why does it occur? So this is all the 5 W's that will be questions by the policy makers before they want to make apa-apa saja policy yang berkaitan, especially in terms of the food and nutrition policies. Okay, we go one by one. Number 1 is what. Okay, what is the nutrition condition and how severe it is? Okay. First, when we talk about nutrition conditions, maybe they have undernutrition, they have a macronutrient deficiency, they have hunger, they have food insecurity, they have a poor child growth, dietary imbalance, overweight, and obesity. When we talk about nutrition conditions here, it's not just for the undernutrition, but also we tackle the problems of overweight and obesity. Okay, this is what. What is the problem of the nutrition conditions? What happens sama ada mereka ni undernutrition, they have a lack of micronutrients, they are hunger because of the food insecurity itself, or maybe what is the problem or what is the conditions? They have an imbalance of dietary intake, as well as they are overweight and obesity. So this is what we call the first steps that the policy makers have to come up with the ideas. Apa sebenarnya keadaan pemakanan dan betapa seriusnya keadaan masalah itu yang berlaku. That's the first step. The second steps, after dia dah tahu dah, okay, what is the nutrition conditions, and they will look at masih lagi what are conditions. Okay, macam mana dia mengukur itu adalah dengan menjaga status makanan, okay, nutrition intake. They look at in terms of the diet, they look in terms of the food availability or access, whether they can access the food physically or academically, and also and other evidence that shows that this kind of group, okay, they have a need attention in order to develop a policy. And how severe it is, of course, there must be a cut-off point. Okay, kalaulah okay kita ada cut-off point, we can benchmark with other countries, then we can know that the severity of the problems for that certain population. Okay. Jadi indikator selalunya kita tengok dari segi severity, how many percentage of the security, where we look at into the indicator cut-offs. We are going to have a lot of hands-on of the practice. Macam mana kalau kita bagi salah satu case study tu, kita tahu bahawa this group of people they have a very bad in terms of the food insecurity. Kita akan for the next class lah. Okay. Maybe the problems is because of famine. Okay, macam saya cakap tadi, maybe because of the weather, maybe because of the environment, because of the crop, and because of the market price. Examples dulu orang complain because of the GST, now SST, and I don't know what is the next. Okay, but this is the major problem. Okay, for the policymakers develop the policy. Okay, sama ada all the three conditions, whether the children is under nutrition, we look at for the weight for height, okay, for the weight for each, whether the students is stunted or wasted, and also we have what we call medical determinations, like for example, we look at in terms of serum level, the enzyme activity, and other clinical signs. Okay. And also kita tengok dari segi sama ada meal or dia punya meal demands met, ataupun kita tengok dari segi sama ada mean tracking dia adalah less than 5%. Kita tengok juga dari segi RDR, RDAs, RNI, etc. in terms of nutritionities, and also in terms of overweight and obese. They will look at the BMI, the compositions. So ini adalah what we call as a pengukur in order for them to answer what is actually and how severe it is in terms of the problems. Okay. After what, then we go next step is who. Okay. Who has that condition? Okay, is it a school children, or is it children less than 2 years old, or maybe it's because of the elderly people, and we know that like 20 or 30 years akan datang, whereas the elderly people, there is a large number of elderly people compared to young people. And also not only who has the conditions, they also look at the high risk or the targeted group, okay, which is defined by age or by life stage, or maybe specifically for the sex. Okay, tengoklah macam mana sama ada is it because of the problems, because of the LGBT ke apa, kita tahu kan. Okay, and then we go to the ethnicity, social, economic criteria, and also occupational group. And also maybe when we talk about siapakah budak-budak ini, policy tu kadang-kadang, for example, we have a very specific policy for adult, and we have a policy which is just for the children and adolescents. Okay, so we look at that policy whether the lump sum for the whole citizens for the whole country, or whether just say that the policy, okay, because we have we find a problem with a preschool children nowadays, then we need to do something. So what is the nutritional conditions for them to get into depth the problems, the main problems, okay, the what for the certain problems. Okay, ataupun kita tengok sama ada we need to come out with a new policy. Is it because of the status of the pregnant mom, the lactating woman, fetus, infants, and other age groups?